I don't want to be a product of my environment. I want my environment to be a product of me.
This is Steve Wright, and you're listening to the CLE Show with Mike Sandy.
Fucking superstars, feeling like a pop star.
Welcome. You are listening to another episode of the CLE Show. I am your host, Mike Sandy. Yesterday, I went to Bright Winter. It's an indie music fest, and they have all sorts of different stuff going on, like games and ice sculptures stuff. It's on the West Bank and the Flats. It happens yearly. It's a free festival. It's an all-day thing, family-friendly. They're just like us. They're all about Cleveland. They had a ton of great Cleveland artists on there that we're going to hear from later. I got some great footage. I got stage shots. I got video. You can find all this stuff after the show on our page, facebook.com/the CLE Show. Right now I'm trying to check out this Petrie remix, though. The shit's banging. Cavs are looking great right now, even after not being able to get it done Thursday against the Wizards. Friday, they beat the Grizzlies 112-89. Hopefully, they can keep their new powerhouse momentum in today's game against the Spurs. Defense has been the determining factor in these games. Here's to hoping Larry Nance Jr. continues to show up to the party. What a defender. Preseason baseball has begun. Friday was the Tribe's first game of the year, where they suffered a 6-4 loss against Cincinnati. As Clevelanders, we should know by now that you can't judge a season based on preseason games, as the Browns demonstrated last year in their 4-0 preseason that led to an 0-16 regular season. Tribe will face off with Cincinnati again today.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island?
18 patrol post at 36. 18 patrol post at 36. 18 patrol post at 36. 18 patrol post at 36.
Hey, listen!
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries!
As I said before, I met a ton of great artists, visual and audio, yesterday. I got video of a full ice sculpture demonstration. You can find that at facebook.com/the CLE Show. Some bright artists coming up today are Key to the Mint, Seafair, Bummed Out, The Whiskey Hollow. But right now, here's Ledges with Teenage Daydream. You're listening to the CLE Show.
softer steps. Tell me, girl, where's your head? Tell me, girl, where's your head? of steps. Tell me, girl, where is your head? Tell me, girl, where's your head?
And a broken promise. Your smirk says I'm your new accomplice. So let's go. Take a breath if we're being honest. I want a life that's a work in progress still. 'Cause I will be waiting here for you. I don't care if we don't last forever. Feel the fire as we burn together. You believe that living life keeps death at bay. See my money and you steal my breath away. You don't care if you're the sole survivor. I'm the passenger and you're the driver. You believe that living life keeps death at bay. Steal my money and you steal my breath away. Like a suit of armor, a bloody lip like a badge of honor. How hurts to watch it swell. A pretty smile like a barroom brawler. Say you saw my face on a $50 bill. But I will still be waiting here for you. I don't care if we don't last forever. Feel the fire as we burn together. You believe that living life keeps death at bay. Steal my money and you steal my breath away. You don't care if you're the sole survivor. I'm the passenger and you're the driver. You believe that living life keeps death at bay. Steal my money and you steal my breath away. In the wreckage of the rest of me, but now I know I didn't make this mess, you see, but still I want a life that's a work in progress. I want a life that's a work in progress. Standing in the wreckage of the rest of me, but now I know I didn't make this mess, you see, but still I want a life that's a work in progress. I want a life that's a work in progress. I want a life that's a work in progress. 'Cause I won't be waiting here for you. I don't care if we don't last forever. Feel the fire as we burn together. You believe that living life keeps death at bay. Steal my money and you steal
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
This is Steve Wright, and you're listening to the CLE Show on Rain Radio.
I'm here with Steve Wright.
That's me.
We're at Arts Pub in Fairview Park.
This is my first time here.
Well, they do have Conway's Irish Ale from Great Lakes, and
It's very good.
it does smell like cigars in here,
A little bit.
which makes
But that makes up for the, that makes it ambient.
it does.
Sets the ambiance.
It does. Ambiance. So how you
But-
doing, man?
I'm doing great. It's been a while.
It has been a while. What's it been like since my wedding
Which was
in
the
September?
hottest frickin' day of the year.
Oh my God! Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I cannot believe it. We picked that day. All right, so it was September 22nd. Okay,
Oh.
we picked that day like 6 months in advance, thinking, all right,
Right.
end of September,
It'll be fall.
it's gonna be like getting into fall.
Yeah.
It's like
It'll be nice.
I think that's the fall solstice.
Yeah.
Actually, that weekend.
It was, I think.
And yeah, it was like 92 degrees.
And it wasn't really that humid, thank God, but it was still just, it was
Dude,
sweating.
all of us were wearing three-piece suits.
Sweating. So much sweat everywhere.
Oh man, it was
But
horrible.
it was fun. It was a good time. But yeah, I think that was the last time I saw you, really.
Yeah. You've been busy since then.
I have been.
You've been real busy.
I have been.
I asked this dude to be in a band with me a while back, and he's like, no, man, I just don't have the time. And all of a sudden, like 2 months later, he's like, all right, yeah, I'm in 3 bands. I have 2 solo projects going on, and now I'm like an ambassador for like a clothing company.
Yeah, a little bit. So I wasn't lying when I said I was I was busy.
Right.
Because obviously I like you as a musician and a buddy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I totally understand. It's like, and then something comes along. It's like, oh, that.
You're going to play on my EP release last year, if you remember.
Yes.
So you had
and then
to work.
I got stupid busy, like
Yeah.
right at the end of the month.
But yeah, exactly.
Right.
See, shit happens.
It does. But it's okay.
But yes, to I guess further explain what he was talking about, I have Steve Wright as a solo musician. I'm in a band called Reagan Leaf. Check us out, REGINLEIF.
Tell me more about Reagan Leaf, because you kind of hopped into it because you were in Old Brooklyn for a minute, and
I was,
and you're not now.
I'm not. I was in Old Brooklyn for, I don't know, maybe almost I won't say a year. I think it was like last spring to maybe this past fall.
Because I played a show with you guys
At Mayhall's.
Yeah, when was that? Like June last year?
June or July.
Yeah.
I had a busy summer, and that was like one of those shows. I was in the middle of a week of 30 shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was in that, and then I just got too busy for them. They are great musicians, and we had a lot of fun together. But with, when it comes down to it, you have to do what's best for you as a musician.
Right.
And, I really did have a lot of fun playing with them, and we had a lot of great shows together. But things were starting to stack up. I didn't want to spread myself too thin.
Right.
So, I left them back in October, I think. They were fine with it. They were cool with it, and I still hear from them occasionally, so it's all good.
So I didn't mean to pull you so far away from Reagan Leaf.
Oh yeah. So going back to Reagan Leaf, we are a 4-piece. I guess we touch on, I think, almost every genre. We are. I play guitar and kind of bass. I mean, I'll throw some octave things on there to give it a little more lower end. Shelby Sangdahl, who plays the cello, Bob Connor on trumpet, and Jeff Lark on the drum set. So Bob is kind of our vocalist, I guess, or trumpet player.
Okay.
And Shelby, they kind of lead the songs. it's really Shelby's project, and she comes up with all these cello parts. We fill in the spaces, and we go from there. I mean, we go from like heavier stuff that's like a little Tool, kind of like Tool, but then we go to folkier stuff that's a little like Beirut or like I don't know, like Arcade Fire kind of thing.
That's a very interesting way to write songs from the cello, and then
she's just like, yeah, she's just like, I have these melodies. Here you go, and
right,
and then like we have a good amount of material now. We played Ingenuity Fest, we did Porch Fest.
Yes, I actually saw you there at Ingenuity Fest. And,
yeah, you did,
and
you were there.
Your power went out
on the very last song.
Yes, it did.
But we got fixed, and we ended this, which was actually honestly good because we screwed up the first time around.
Oh, really?
We didn't play that song in a while, and like we were just like, oh shit. Okay, well that gives us another second chance, so that was kind of nice. But
that's not the only project you're in, though.
No. But I do love them, and they're great to hang with. All instrumental. Although I take that back, we did do a cover of an old Viking hymn.
Really?
Yeah.
I can kind of see that from that band.
Yeah. Well, Shelby, she does Viking reenactments.
Okay.
So she does that during the summer, and she has like a lot of connections there. So she actually brought in one of her Viking friends, and he sang, and he had like a whole kind of get up with him. And it was epic. To say that's the only word that I can use. I'm bringing epic back. So yeah, the next project is a newer thing I've been working on with my buddy Matt Miller, who is in M. Moody. He plays bass, and then my roommate, who is our drummer, and I will leave it at that.
Okay.
We are called Balak Alistane. We are the long version of our genre is progressive instrumental pop punk.
That's an interesting kind of mix there.
But you could throw us into post rock, I guess. I don't know.
So, all right, you got to explain these names to me.
Okay, so Reagan Leaf, like I said, Shelby is a Viking reenactor. And this is her Viking name. So you get a Viking name, kind of like I don't know, whatever.
Kind of how you get in like Indian guides when you're a kid.
Right.
That's
I guess
that's really cool.
So that's her Viking name. She was like, I think it used to be called Shelby's Moving Castle off of the movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It used to be called that. That's what we did at Porch Fest. And then she was like, no, I'm going to change it to Reagan Leaf. And then she got like her one buddy to do this like super cool logo and like Viking runes, and it's just like we have this whole like vibe going now, and it's great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then Balak Alistane is a Rick and Morty reference.
Of course it is.
If there's any Rick and Morty fans out there. It's in the episode with where he's Tiny Rick.
Yeah.
And there's like some vampire guy named Coach Ferratu, and then they kill him. And then they're like, what was Coach Ferratu's real name? He was like, oh, it was Balak Alistane. And then our drummer was just like, dude, that'd be a really cool band name. So lo and behold. But the drummer, him and I go way back to like middle school. We've been friends since middle school, and we played in a band together throughout high school and college. And this is really us revisiting that in a new light. We got a bass player, my buddy Matt, like I said, and he's great. He meshes very well. And we had our first show at Negative Space last Friday. Got great responses from the crowd. We bring high energy. We bring a little bit more volume than I think some people might be used to.
Ooh.
And it's just kind of a different sound. I mean, I don't want to say there's no one in Cleveland doing it because I haven't heard every band in Cleveland, but we're going to be a little different from what you're used to.
So
same with Reagan Leaf. So it's two instrumental projects that I've become very involved with, and I have a great time doing them.
What kind of shows do you got coming up for both bands?
Balak Alistane, I'm starting to book now, so we don't have anything on the books yet.
Okay.
But you could follow us on the face page and Instagram. That's all we have, and that's all we're going to keep because we just, I don't know, like keep things simple. So BALIKALISTANE, Balak Alistane. So watch for us. Reagan Leaf, however, I'm actually going to get out my calendar on my phone because there's even a gig I just found out about today, so that's always fun.
So you guys play like all sorts of different gigs then?
Yes.
In Reagan Leaf?
We do. We just played, our last show was at Beachland Tavern. We opened for Alyssa Boyd, who is actually a jazz lounge singer quartet kind of deal.
Okay.
And she was like, I'm good friends with her. We're all, so is Shelby. So she was just like, you want to open for us? And we were like,
Yes.
of course. So that was a blast. And then, like I said before, we did Porch Fest last summer. We did Ingenuity Fest last summer. Then Odds and Ends gigs. We played at Beachland a couple times. We did Dingy Basement, if anyone's familiar with Dingy Basement.
Yes, I actually did one of those.
Did you?
Yeah, like, I don't know, a year and a half ago, something like that.
Yeah.
And it was one of the last ones at the Fantasy. Or not the Fantasy, it was a Symposium.
Well, this is a guy's basement.
Well, no, Ryan
Mantha. He used to do them at other places?
Yes.
Oh, damn, I did not know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right before he started doing it in his basement. One of the last ones was at the Symposium.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he had, it was the Dingy Open Mic.
Oh, that's what he called it?
Yeah.
Okay, and then he changed it to Dingy Basement once he moved into his house.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, we did one of those. That was fun as hell. And our next show, I just put my phone back down because we started talking. Our next show is March 4th at the Grog Shop. It is a Sunday. We are playing with a couple people, Kim Haffey, Mimi Arden, and I think Fresh Produce might even be on that bill too.
Okay.
The rap duo. They're cool as hell. So that's going to be a wild genre-hopping show.
It is.
And then I'm also in a duet with Shelby, the cello player, called Cocktail Hour.
What?
So it's guitar and cello. It's we don't practice for it. We get up there and we improvise for about an hour or two, however long they want us to play for. And it's just pretty background music for bars for fancy people. I mean, not fancy people, but like we're playing at Callaloo Cafe over by Beachland on Friday from like 7 to 8 or something.
Okay.
We'll be there if you show up. I'm probably sure. I don't know. I really don't know what the time of the show is. And then we have a couple other ones. Kind of, I don't know. I'm trying to get all this crap organized.
There's so many shows. Steve, the busy guy.
Yeah.
He's the busy Cleveland guy.
I am.
Always doing something.
Yeah, you're busy too, buddy.
Yeah, I am. I don't know
You're
if
doing
I'm
a podcast. That's probably
dude
editing and trying to find all the people.
Oh yeah. This takes.
I mean, I like toyed around with the idea in my head. I'm like, I don't have time for that.
Yeah, it is very time consuming. That's for sure.
So I mean, you're busy too. You gotta be busy.
You have to be. If you want to be successful in life, I feel like you should always be busy. If you're not busy, you're not doing it right.
No, you're not.
When's your next Cleveland show?
My next solo Cleveland show. I actually don't have anything booked solo except for. I mean, you'll see me at like all the open mics.
Well, how about this? How about we make a commitment to one another right here, right now?
Okay.
We're going to take the Steve Wright and Mike Sandy show on the road.
Okay.
We're going to set up a show together, buddy.
Where are we doing? Where are we playing?
I don't know. We're going to do it,
as long as we're not playing in Barberton, that's fine.
No. Oh, my God. After we listen to your song, we have a show that we need to tell you about.
I wrote it. I have a website. SteveWrightCleveland.com. I have a little blog post about it. Every gig counts.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah, I have a little blog post about it. Talks about 2 shows in particular, I think. Okay, it's been a while since... I need to keep up on that. I haven't written anything.
Oh, my God. I cannot believe you wrote a blog post about that.
Yeah, it's called Every Gig Counts.
All right, so...
SteveWrightCleveland.com.
SteveWrightCleveland.com. Go check it out. And we'll talk about that after we listen to Daffodils.
Oh, so we have a while. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, here's Daffodils by Steve Wright. This is his solo music.
This is off of my first EP that was released last. I think I released it in January of 2017. But
I think it was January.
And then the release show was in February.
Yeah, that's right.
And then so it's called Indefinite EP. There's 3 songs off of there.
You can check it out on Bandcamp. I'm actually getting now on Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, and Pandora. Okay, cool.
I was going to be on Amazon, but they couldn't separate me from an old guy named Steve Wright, so I was just like, like Mike said, here's Daffodils.
Here's Daffodils. You're listening to the CLE Show. Hang on. This Conway's Irish Ale is amazing.
It is. I'm almost done with the tall.
Well, this is my second tall today, and I'm enjoying every last drop of it.
It's
so
great.
good. I enjoy this time of year in
It's
Cleveland.
That's Great Lakes, right?
It is Great Lakes.
Yeah. Great Lakes.
This time of year in Cleveland is...
Plug.
You did it. You're on the
love your
CLE
beer.
show. Yes, everybody loves your beer.
I think I love everything they do. I haven't had anything I've hated.
I also... Well...
There's been stuff I didn't like, but there hasn't been stuff I hated.
I'll agree with that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like, I don't like this, but I'll still drink it.
Yeah, well, right. It's better than piss.
Right. Not that I've drank piss.
No.
More than
Well,
once,
I mean,
but-
I would rather drink any $6 Great Lakes than a 30-cent PBR.
Same.
Okay.
Agreed.
Any one of them. I don't even care.
Same. I don't care. I don't even care, dude.
That was Daffodils. What was running through your head when you were writing that at your desk? Because that's how you write, apparently.
Right. I wrote that. Well, get this. That song's actually that goes back to college.
Really?
Was when I wrote that.
Okay.
And the music behind it was actually. Oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's you heard it. It's like
a long song,
and there's only 2 parts to it, really.
It's okay though because it kind of like I don't know.
You get lost in it.
You get lost in it,
and that's what I want. I want it to be.
And it tells a different story every time. I feel like
it does. Once you hit that midpoint of the video or of the song, sorry, it stops, and I just want you to kind of take it all in. But the lyric, one of the few songs I have with lyrics.
Yeah.
And we'll get to talking about what some other stuff I have coming up, but one of the few songs I have with lyrics. Couple lines, probably the best thing I'll ever write, and I don't really want to top it. I don't think I can top it, so that's just how my mind works. But just kind of like missed opportunities, I guess. It's just about a guy, whether it's me or it could be you, it could be anybody. And I want it to be relatable, and I want you to think like, maybe what if that did happen, or what if I ended up doing this instead of this job, or what if I ended up dating her instead of her, or what if I ended up, I don't know, waking up at like 8:45 instead of 8:15. It's just like what could happen. And I mean, obviously the lyrics sound more like on the romantic side of things, but I want it to be a little more general than that, because you never know. Just gotta choose. Yeah, go with your gut. I think opportunity, go with your gut.
So when you wrote the album, did you write it out as like a whole project that you kind of chopped into pieces?
Kind of. It was more like, I have Daffodils. I've had that song forever. I really like that. Trillium was, which is the second song. Daffodils is the third song. Trillium's the second, and Forever Again's the first. And in order, they go from newest to oldest. So Forever Again, not the title track, but the first track, is that was the newest song. I had that written maybe like a month before I recorded or something, because I'm like, I need a third one.
Yeah.
And I had a great melody for it, so I mean, I was just like, all right, I gotta work something around this melody. And then the ending was just a kind of, again, it's like the same structure as Daffodils. There's really only a couple parts to it. I don't sing too much. The lyrics are repetitive. That came to me. I wrote that. I can't remember if I wrote that while I used to be in accounting.
Okay.
I used to be an auditor. And I wrote that song.
Okay, that's entirely different than what you do now.
Extremely. We'll get to that as soon as I explain the songs. But Forever Again was just about how I thought I was wasting my time with what I was doing in life, and
that is so relatable. I mean, that's more relatable than anything else you could ever write about.
Yeah,
at least in this country, in my opinion.
I agree 100%. Because a lot of people feel like they can be wasting their life, or they can become so comfortable they don't even realize they're wasting it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what that song's about. And it's kind of like a glimmer of hope. Like, hey, if I just look out and kind of focus on something, maybe I can actually make something happen.
Yeah.
And then the ending kind of just builds up into this beautiful little thing again. It has some really nice percussion on there, and then even Jim Wirt.
He was your producer on the album, right?
He produced and he helped. Yeah, he was a producer. He did some backing vocals too on that song. I can hear him do the harmonies.
Yeah.
And he was great. suggested me doing some percussive things on it too, and that came out wonderful. So I mean, that's just a
That
great.
kind of like delves into like the multi-instrumentalism I was going to ask you about.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how to play like a full drum kit?
I didn't do the drum kit on my album, on my EP. I did the percussion stuff. So he had like a little conga thing,
Yeah.
and like tambourines and things like that. And there's a bell set that I used. Played piano on it. I did guitar, I did bass, and I sang. So I mean, that's about to the extent of what I can do, really. I used to be able to play sax. I don't know if I can still do that. That was high school days. But and then Trillium, the second song, not to just jump into it, but the first song, Forever Again, that's what that's about. Trillium, I don't know. I just wanted it to be like a soundtrack song, really. I'd love to hear that in a movie or the ending credits of something someday. I don't know if it ever will. But it's just a great instrumental piece that I had a couple melodies written out for that I used to play in a band back in college. And I was just like, I need to rework this. I need to make this sound a little better. And I did. And that was the second song. So I was like, I need that recorded. And then I already talked about Daffodils. So those are the 3 tracks. You can find it on, Steve Wright, Indefinite, on Spotify, Pandora, Google Play, and iTunes. Oh, and Bandcamp. And
there you go.
I have a YouTube channel, but I don't have enough subscribers to have my own domain name.
Well, I also have a YouTube channel, and I don't have a domain name either. And
doesn't that suck?
Because I have 1 subscriber. You know who my subscriber is?
That's it.
My guest from last week.
Well, I'll be your second one.
All right, cool.
I'll be your second one.
Well, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Look up the CLE Show and look up Steve Wright Cleveland.
There you go.
There you go.
Do what Mike says. But that's hard. YouTube is a really hard thing to
It is.
keep going.
It really is. You really have to know how to market it properly.
Yeah, and I feel like I thought I did. I guess I don't because I only have 6 subscribers.
Right.
And
I mean, Facebook is
I just
easy.
added one since I just mentioned it. But Facebook's very easy.
YouTube is hard.
YouTube is it's very hard. I mean, I have like I put money into some of these videos that I threw up there.
Right.
Like they're quality videos. I'm
Yeah.
just like, all right, they get, and then I think the one has like at most like maybe 100 views. I don't know, maybe not even that. 80? I don't know.
Well, we will. We're gonna share your videos.
Good. But again,
so we can get a little bit more circulation.
You can find everything one-stop shop at SteveWrightCleveland.com.
There you go. All the links and all the stuff at
I have all the social
SteveWrightCleveland.com.
media links there. I have videos on my website. I have music on my website. I have my blog on my website. I even have my calendar, Google Calendar, synced to my website.
There you
so
go.
As soon as I find out I have a gig, it's going up there. They're all there.
So if you want to hear him play any type of music at all,
I even put on like what open mics I'm going to.
that's dedication.
Yeah,
That's
like,
absolute dedication.
And sometimes like I'll do 2 in a night sometimes. 'Cause I'm like, I don't care. I have nothing to do. So that is what I have to do.
So you frequent Touch, right?
I frequent Touch. I frequent Speakeasy. Last night was my first time at Duck Island Club.
Okay.
A couple weeks ago, I just did the Whiskey Bar next to Grog Shop. Actually, that's my next solo show. I'm playing the Whiskey Bar for like 2 hours next to Grog Shop.
Really?
I think it's March 16th. It's a Friday.
Okay. Yeah, that's the day before St. Pat's.
Yeah, dude. So I forgot about that.
There you go.
Now you know. But that's on my Google Calendar, so you could find that on my website at
Perfect.
SteveWrightCleveland.com.
Go to SteveWrightCleveland.com.
Everything's there. Literally. And I have my blog going. Speaking of which.
Yum. What a fantastic beer this is.
Yes, I agree.
Great Lakes, you did it right this year.
But speaking of my blog, so there was a
show
that Mike and I
Jeez,
did.
Man.
I mentioned 2 shows on there. For some reason, I can't remember what the other show was.
Well, the Barberton show. Okay,
yeah, it was definitely the Barberton show. So that's the main show that we're talking about.
All right, so I set up this show. It's a Best of None show. That's my band. I haven't talked about it yet. My band is Best of None. It's a solo project that I recorded all the instruments for last year.
You even did the drums, unlike myself.
Right, I did all of it.
Yeah.
I was the Dave Grohl of Cleveland last year.
He was the Andrew WK of Cleveland last year.
I was the Andrew WK of Cleveland last year. So I set up the show, Best of None and Steve Wright, and it's through a promoter that I don't know, west of Akron, Ohio, and they have this show at this place called the Cool. Well,
little did we know,
the
was part of a
bowling alley.
bowling alley, but it wasn't even part of the bowling alley.
Okay, so it's not the fact that all right. So you pull up to this place in Barberton, Ohio. Okay,
It's like a mini mall.
It's a mini mall shopping plaza, and you go into this place that it's the hallway that they call the arcade.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go to the right and you go down these stairs that, I mean, if you trip, you're gonna fucking die. and then you go around like 2 more corners, and then all of a sudden you're in this bar that people are like.
There's like, I don't know. We were just talking to the bartender for the longest time.
They were just hanging out, and then there's this extra room that has the stage in it.
Right.
The problem is
the stage is.
People
probably don't even know there's a stage there.
Right. And there's like this rope swing and the stage, whatever. So
the rope swing made the night.
It did. That was probably
that was
most
that
fun.
was the highlight of the evening.
I had more fun on that rope swing.
I mean, we both played well, but we were playing to each other.
Yeah, I mean, we sat on stage and we were just drinking, serenading each other, which is fine. But like, I mean, we drove an hour to do this shit. So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we had to run sound ourselves. I couldn't hold.
We almost didn't even have a microphone.
Dude, I couldn't hold an electric guitar and sing because
you get shocked.
I would get shocked because I was closing a circuit because there was a short in the mic.
Same.
I will never forget that show.
No, neither will I.
I will never forget that show.
Part of me had a blast, but part of me was so pissed.
Right, dude. I couldn't believe it because the guy called me earlier in the day. He's like, "Hey, man, this dude just got drunk last night and like wrecked all the shit." And I'm like
the original sound guy just took a bunch of shit.
Right, and I'm like, don't worry about it. You probably have like a couple of inputs. No, dude. I mean, we had like one 12-foot XLR cable.
They had shit.
They didn't have it. They didn't have shit.
We had to use flashlights in order to even run the mixing board. Figure out the mixing board first off, because they had just snakes running everywhere. Anyway, what we're getting at is that
it was a terrible show, but we had fun because we had each other.
Yeah. It's a cute little story. But,
it is.
And going back to what we said earlier, there's a rope swing.
There was a rope swing.
So you just jump onto this rope, you swing back and forth, and you have a good time.
And you hope that the whole fucking building doesn't fall in on your head.
Exactly, because we were in a basement.
We were in a basement.
Probably could have caved in any minute.
In Barberton, Ohio.
And then that was that show. And I have a blog post.
We didn't even go get chicken. That's what they're known for there.
I thought no, I got chicken tenders.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And onion rings and. It was,
that's right, because I thought they were like, oh, we're sorry, and like
I
ended up I ate one of your somethings.
It doesn't matter. There's a bunch.
And then I felt like I'm like, oh my god, I'm such an asshole.
No, that's fine. There's a bunch of it. It's fine. But yeah, it was.
That was
weird...
right before you officiated my wedding.
Oh yeah, I do that too.
Wow.
You're still
Steve,
the one and only wedding that I've done, but
the multi-talented jack of all trades here. Okay, listen. I met this guy at some bullshit show, and
it wasn't a bullshit show.
Okay, we got paid decent for it.
Yeah, it was Happy Dog on the east side. That's where I met you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like nobody there though. It was us. It was
the other bands. Frank was there from Nights.
Yeah, he was.
He was running sound. There's a couple people there.
And I met somebody that is like a huge Best of None fan there, actually.
Well, you're fine. Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a little, okay, sorry.
People, it was fine.
Not bullshit show. It was a little show.
It was a little show.
It was a little show.
It wasn't one that wasn't worth it. Like, that's like almost a typical show.
It kind of was a turning point in at least my life, because I met this dude who ended up marrying me and my wife.
That's true. So there you go.
There you go. So...
But yeah, I do officiate weddings.
He officiates weddings, and he's not an accountant anymore. He doesn't audit people.
I'm not in auditing. Thank God.
He's sitting here in front of me in a suit.
No, well, I don't have a suit on.
Okay,
Can I get
sorry.
specific with it?
Please, by all means.
I have a white dress shirt on, buttoned all the way up. Oh no, I did have a button all the way up. I had a tie. I just came from work, so I had a tie on. Underneath, this is my raincoat, which almost comes off as a sport coat, and underneath I have my little sweater, I have some dress pants on, some fun boots. But yeah, my day job is a assistant buyer and salesperson / inventory management guy. I do a lot there. A store called Kilgore Trout, menswear, womenswear, luxe goods. I don't know.
So it's Dapper Cleveland.
Dapper Cleveland. They've been there for 40 years.
There you go.
And that's my day job because I love dressing up. I love dressing different. I just love fashion in general. And I was like, I quit accounting. I'm like, well, what the hell do I like? I like music. I like clothes. What can I get a job in? Music, that's probably going to be a while. Let's try clothes.
Right.
And then I just happened to be right place, right time. And, I was very, very blessed for that to come into my life. So that's my day job. Work like 40, 45 hours a week. I do all the music stuff after that. People think I'm crazy.
Are you still living in a little apartment?
I'm actually in a duplex now, bottom half of a duplex with my roommate, the drummer from Balacalistan.
Which is how you get away with drumming.
Say that again?
It's how you get away with drumming.
Oh, yeah. But he has a kit, and he got these new heads for it and these new cymbals that are like quiet.
Oh.
They're like mesh drum heads.
Oh, with the, like 1,000 drilled holes in it?
That's on the cymbals.
Yeah.
And then like the drum heads are like mesh. It's kind of weird. They're like bouncy, squishy things.
Okay, like the little trampolines. Like you'd see on an electric kit.
Exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
yeah.
But it's like on his actual drum kit. He just switches out the heads.
That's pretty cool.
He just switches out the head.
That's a lot of tuning.
Yeah, so we'll practice there sometimes for Balacalistan, we'll practice at our duplex. Like we just turn down our amps real low, and you don't have to worry about earplugs or anything.
Right.
It's kind of nice.
Yeah, you don't end up with tinnitus later on in life.
But nothing beats playing with a live drum kit.
No, it really doesn't, because sometimes you want to, risk the tinnitus.
Just jam out. Yeah. I want to just rock out and just do it.
Right.
But so that's my day job, and I do all the music stuff on the side. And then, I didn't even mention this. I know I feel like I keep jumping around on topics or like circling
you're
back.
good.
I feel like I keep circling back on stuff that I keep forgetting about. But I'm also in a part-time duet with Alyssa Boyd, who I mentioned earlier, who does the jazz singing. Like her and I will do a couple random shows, like maybe one every 2 months or something, because she has a band with her and she has a guitar player.
So what are you doing in this duet?
I just play guitar as she sings. I do jazz chords and I solo when she's not singing.
So are you like John Mayer?
I'm better than John. No.
Oh, shots fired.
No, I'm kidding. But no, I mean I just back her up. She's the main act there. I'll be bringing her up again once we start talking about some new things I'm going to be working on.
Ooh.
So yeah.
Well, can I play one of your other songs?
Oh, you sure can.
Which song do you want me to play?
Give him Trillium.
Okay.
Trillium.
Here's Trillium.
Yeah, guys.
From Steve Wright. What was the EP called?
It was called Indefinite.
And where can you find it?
You can find it on Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, and Bandcamp.
Oh man, there they are, all the plugs. You're listening to Steve Wright and Trillium right here on the CLE Show. Hang on. people at this bar are so nice.
They are. Art's Pub.
Art's
in Fairview
Pub
Park
in
on Lorraine
Fairview.
Road. Not to be confused with Lorraine Avenue.
Right. This is Lorraine Road. We are in Fairview Park. We are west of Cleveland. This is like
Yes.
West 223rd Street.
I feel like that's I mean, I'm originally from Youngstown.
And they fill your beer up to where you have to balance it.
Yeah, so that's pretty solid. It's like perfectly at the top.
Yeah. So you are from Youngstown, though?
Oh, I am. I've been living in Cleveland. It'll be 3 years this summer.
So
Lakewood.
What prompted your move here?
My first job. I went to Youngstown State for accounting and finance, and then
Do you grew up there then?
I grew up in Youngstown, yeah. Poland. It's a little suburb, cutesy little place, kind of like Westlake,
Okay.
to compare it. And I got the job offer up here, so I was like, I don't know, so I'll move to Cleveland.
Yeah, see, I did the opposite. I was like, I had one of those little, like, pre-midlife crises.
I think I have one of those once a week. So
yeah, I had a big one, and I was like, I need to get the fuck
it was
away
a
from
Tuesday, and I was really tired.
Right. It was real bad.
Horrible.
No, but I just had to get the hell away from everybody.
No, I hear you, man.
So I'm from here originally. Like, I was born in Fairview Hospital.
Okay, so then
my dad grew up in Cam's Corners. My mom grew up in Lakewood. When I was like 7 or 8, we moved down to the Akron area to Stowe. And Stowe used to be like this almost farm town, and it just like there was a huge Christmas tree farm. That was like their biggest farm.
Shit.
Yeah, and they sold it to these developers, and they were like Ryan Home developers, and they put up these cookie cutter houses on their land, and now these people don't have a Christmas tree farm. They have these 2 big ass houses that look like cabins, and it's like right on the edge of this development. It looks funny as shit, dude. It really does. I moved back up here because it was a familiar area to me.
Right, because like you said,
you moved so far away from home. And I mean, guys, I guess it's not so far, but it's not like, oh, I'm hungry, I'm going to drive over to mom's house. It's not that close.
I will say this.
I guess if you're
from
starving,
Lakewood, it's an hour and a half.
If you're
from
starving,
work,
yeah.
If I go straight from work, it's about an hour and 5 minutes. Hour and 10 minutes.
That's not so bad.
That's not bad at all. But
it
if I'm
takes
coming
me
from
45
home,
minutes. Like, I drove home last night, and it back home, and it took me 45 minutes to drive back home.
Yeah. Right. And it could be an hour and a half, which is a little annoying. And then from work, like I said, it's like an hour and 10 minutes. It's not horrible if I'm going straight from work. Like, it's almost worth it for me if it's like I go there on like I'm off on Fridays. So it's like if I go home on a Friday and then I go straight to work on Saturday from my parents' house, and then like I just leave there.
So obviously,
it's really not that big a deal.
You feel like it was a good move then.
For sure, dude. I love Cleveland.
All right, so you've been on a couple of different interview shows. I saw one that you were on. It was kind of like it was a Canton-esque type of thing, but it was Youngstown.
Oh, the
like
Youngstown playlist.
My
buddy Jim Stickle. He is very, very good at doing it as part of a video aspect, because he's really into it. He has all the equipment, and he's going at it. And he's actually done a couple of my live videos. I played. There's a venue down in Youngstown called Susie's Dogs and Drafts. Kind of like a Happy Dog kind of thing.
Yeah.
A little bit bigger of a venue. Bigger stage, higher ceilings.
Have you been to Happy Dog West?
Oh, all the time.
Okay, so it's bigger than that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a... It's really... I mean, there's not really like a venue in Cleveland that I've been to that's similar to it, because it's like an old warehouse. It's like, high ceilings. He filmed 2 songs off my live performance there, and I've played there a bunch of times. The guy lets me play whenever I want. I mean, it's great.
That's cool.
I love playing back. I get a crowd, and it's like all my old high school and college buddies that just come out, and we just have a blast.
Just you go home and it's literally the homies.
Yeah,
like that's what it is.
That's what it is, and it's fun as hell. Actually, I'm bringing Reagan Leaf there April 21st. Susie's Dogs and Drafts. We'll be there.
All right, Youngstown, get your asses out there.
Are you ready for some cello action?
You ready for some?
I don't think you are.
You ready for some Viking audio porn?
I don't think they are. They're not. They're not ready at all. But we'll see. I hope they are. We'll see. I play there occasionally, but going back to Youngstown playlist, he did a couple of my videos when I played live at Susie's once, and I was like, hey dude, can you just film me playing a couple songs so I can post them on YouTube? He's like, yeah, for sure. And I want to get in touch with him again because I have an idea for a music video for an upcoming song that I have that is a bit of a departure. So this is how I'm gonna lead into this.
Okay.
In May, I will be working again with Jim Wirt.
This coming May.
I'll be working again with Jim Wirt over at Superior Sound Studios off of Superior in Cleveland. And I am going to be doing a full-length album. Seven tunes.
7. Okay.
7 songs.
So that's your full length is 7.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they go full length by like the minutes, so it's like 35 minutes or something.
Okay, well,
it constitutes a full length. My EP was 25 minutes.
I was gonna say you can do a 4-song full length album.
I usually could have I
mean, you have to realize, listener, Steve Wright is like B-sides length. Here's your food, bro.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I got pepperoni nuggets and
onion rings.
I'm starving.
Dude, the length on your songs is ridiculous. You have like the 7-minute epics.
Trillium is like 5.
I uploaded Daffodils to close last week's show.
So Daffodils, I think, is like 8.5 minutes.
Yeah, you're right.
And then I think
That's right.
Forever Again is like 9. but Trillium
it's
is
a long.
Trillium is 5.
It's a long EP. 3-song EP. I mean, that's almost like demo EP type stuff. But dude, it is such a good album.
Well, thank you.
And it almost feels like a full album because it is so long.
It's 25 minutes, almost 25 minutes worth of music, and it's 3 tunes.
I've had albums that were 6-song albums that were like 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I actually let me pull up my iTunes right now because it's stupid because the way I do my Best of None shows.
Yes.
I do it. I'll play the backtracks that I recorded, and I
still want you to play guitar over it.
I sing over it. I did for my album release. I actually turned a half-hour set
I think I had a gig that night.
You did. No, because I asked you to play it, and I actually printed your name on the tickets.
Well, why couldn't I do it?
Because you had to work or some like conference or some shit.
Oh, was I out of town?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
You had to do some conference.
That was probably
for work.
in Vegas.
It was August 5th.
Yep, that's it. I was in Vegas.
Yeah, that's what it was. And like it was a couple months before, and you're like, dude, I totally cannot do that now. And it was like a week after you agreed to do it, and I was like, all right, well, that's weird. It must be like some like huge fucking thing then.
Well, that's our buying trip for the store.
Dude,
we go twice a year.
And then you told me what it was. I was like, holy shit, yeah, dude, yes.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
We go out. I just got back.
Dude,
there.
it turned out to be a great show.
No, I wish I could have done it.
But here, let me look at it. It's all right, Dystopia, and that's not it. All right, here's my 25-minute set. My 25-minute set is 6 songs long. My 30-minute set, I just add a song. It's 7 songs long. Dude, you have 3 songs at 20. Dude, your songs are literally double radio standards.
Well, I will say this.
Double
this
radio
new album
standard.
Is not like that. It's not like that at all.
So what? You're writing pop hits now? Is that what this is?
Kind of.
Really?
I'm not singing, but they're poppier. They're shorter. Still in that same vibe.
So
think like Joe Satriani meets Tool meets Coldplay. Without vocals. Without vocals.
So 80s meets 90s meets 2000s.
Yes.
That's the most generalistic view of music I've ever heard in my life.
Seriously, think about what I said, though. Coldplay, who I love. I don't care what anybody says.
I also love them.
I
don't give a shit.
I'm always going to love them. Love everything they do.
Well, not everything.
X and Y was boring as shit.
No, X and Y, okay, that's where I disagree with you.
Oh.
There were some things in the new era of Coldplay.
It was like an hour and a half long.
I liked it a lot. It was
great songs.
It was a transitional period in my
they're like,
life.
we don't know what we want to do, and then they came out with Viva La Vida. I'm like,
well,
shit,
dude,
these guys are serious.
They came out with that, and I was like, in a weird spot in my life, and I was like, damn, guys, you get it.
Viva's great.
You get it. Viva, I was like, and then they totally turn into like, all right, we're gonna hang out with the Chainsmokers constantly. That's what it's turned into lately.
Well, I really like. I think Milo Zalato doesn't get enough credit.
Milo's, I actually really liked that album.
It was great. It flowed extremely well.
Did you watch the concert series videos that they did?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. It was so colorful.
Colorful,
I
and you can feel those colors when you listen to the
so
songs.
Good.
Yeah, it's all
good.
pop, but there's like some like really ambient, borderline shoegazy shit on there.
Yeah.
Like the last couple songs of the album, like "Don't Let It Break Your Heart" and like "Up with the Birds." Those are great songs.
The thing with Coldplay, they have this idea that their audience is like a part of their set.
Oh, dude, I've seen them twice, and that's 100% true.
And it's not like you're a part of their musical set. You're their prop. You are the prop. You are part of the Coldplay songs when they play live.
Yes, and they want you. That's why I love them so much, because they just bring it. They're happy to do it.
Oh yeah, they love everything about it.
But
I have not personally been to a Coldplay show.
I saw them twice.
I want to go to an outdoor Coldplay show. I don't want to go when they're at Quicken Loans. I want to go when they're at Blossom.
I'll say this because I've done both. I've seen them at Post Gazette Pavilion in Pittsburgh, which is now, I think, I don't even know the name of it now. It's called something else.
Well, there's Stage AE, and that's like the House of Blues there.
It's actually in Burgettstown.
I'm really not that familiar with Pittsburgh because fuck Pittsburgh.
It's not.
This is the CLE show, motherfucker.
Yeah, I
understand that you're from Youngstown and you're really, really close to Pittsburgh.
Well, it's like an hour compared to an hour and a half from Cleveland.
Right?
So anyway.
You could be a Pens fan.
What the hell? It's called something else now. First Niagara. I think that's what it's called now.
Okay.
So I was there when it was still Post Gazette Pavilion, and we had lawn seats. A couple of my buddies, this was back in high school. This is right after Viva La Vida
So it's
came
basically a Blossom for Pittsburgh.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. We had lawn seats, and this was right after Viva La Vida came out. That was the tour we were watching on. And some guy from Live Nation came up to us. We were all wearing the shirts and everything. He's like, "You guys want better seats?" And we're like, "Sure." We ended up going down to the front row.
Really?
For lawn seat prices. There was some guy from Live, because they didn't sell the front row tickets for whatever reason. And
because they're $1,000 fucking dollars.
And
that's why.
Well, yeah, and they were just like, "You want them?" And we're like, "Hell yeah, dude!" So I saw them on the Viva La Vida tour, front row, incredible. Second time was Head Full of Dreams tour, also in Pittsburgh. It was at Console Energy Center. I went with my mom, and it was summer of 16, and incredible. So what happened with there? It's a funny story. I bought a bowl seat because Console Energy Center is like the queue.
Yeah.
So I'm in the bowl, front row of the bowl, about halfway back. Ticket was like $175. Get this. No, take it back. It was $185. I check a couple months later, closer to the concert date. There is a seat at the tip of the catwalk for $175. $10 less than the bowl seat. So I jump on it. I buy it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to Coldplay. I have to sell this other ticket. All right, I'm going to be 10 feet from Chris Martin for half the show.
Yeah.
And I sold that. Well, I didn't really sell it. I just gave it to my mom. So she ended up seeing it. And the reason that ticket was so expensive was because they came out in the audience halfway through the set, and they played right by her.
What?
So it was incredible. Great performance. They played literally, you go to this concert to see a band play stuff from, I love their old stuff, or I love they played literally everything. They played songs. They played one tune that I didn't even know from like an old EP that they had. So
really?
It's like, talk about a band that really cares about their fans. It's like, hey, we're gonna play stuff from our first. We're playing everything from every album.
That's what I'm saying. I want to go to a Coldplay concert just for that.
Yeah, and I don't even know.
That's one of the bands that I have always just been like, hey, I need to go see this. Every time they come through town, I either have to work or it's like ridiculously expensive for like that part for me, you know.
I didn't think $175 was horrible.
$175 for a concert ticket. Here's the problem.
At the tip of the catwalk.
Here is the problem, though. Okay, there are people that will spend $175 to go see Coldplay.
And they resell it for $400.
Or okay, they'll resell it for $400, but they won't spend $20 to go see local bands.
Or even $5.
Or $5. Right. It's like the cheaper the ticket, you don't want to see it even more. You want to go see a $30 show? You want to go see Mushroomhead for $50 that they won't let local bands sell merch, but you won't go see the local bands at their own shows.
Most of the shows I go to are local.
You gotta go. You have to support the local scene.
Two of my buddies, Matt Miller from M. Moody. I don't know if you're familiar with the venue Coda. in Tremont.
Kind of. And they were talking about this on the Alan Cox show the other day, and it's like a basement type thing with the 70 capacity, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the Symposium underground.
And Moody sold it out and then some for their album release. When you get like venues that they can get a good amount of people in, but you know you can sell it out.
Right.
You do it.
Okay, would you rather play, and this is more on a national stage, would you rather play Quicken Loans Arena, where you know you could sell it out, or play Brown Stadium, where you're going to pack 20,000 more people, but it's only going to be 2/3 full?
No, I want to sell it out.
You want to sell it out. Right. So you play the smaller venue, sell it out, create a demand.
Leading me to my next point. Like I said, in May, I'm going to be recording with Jim Wirt again. 7 songs, full length for me. I'm going to have two to potentially 3 features. I'm not going to mention the third because that's not confirmed. But 2 features are my friend Shelby playing cello on a song. And like I mentioned earlier, Alyssa Boyd, she's going to be wailing a sick vocal solo on another song. I'll be singing a little bit, and then my tentative release date and release party and release show is going to be at the Beachland Tavern, October 6th.
October 6th.
October 6th at the Beachland Tavern, and I want to sell that shit out.
All right. Well, let's
commence
do that.
the marketing.
Commence the marketing. That's how you got to do it, man.
You have to plan ahead.
Listen, I started recording the Best of None album this time last year. I told my producer, I'm releasing this August 5th. I sold that motherfucker out.
At the Symposium. You sold it out.
The capacity is 96, minus bands and staff, so we're looking at like 75.
Right.
I oversold it.
Same thing with Coda, man. When Moody did that, there's just such a great energy when you do that.
Right. Except
I wasn't even in the band, I felt
Except the owners don't give a shit because they want more people in.
Exactly, they don't care.
And it's like, I don't want to get shut down by the fire department in Lakewood, Ohio. A lot of bands don't understand is they play every weekend somewhere, the same like 6 or 7 songs, and people just lose interest.
No, and that's why I want to make this special. And that's why my solo project is what it is, I think. I mean, right now, I'm kind of the guy that plays with other people, sort of.
But that's okay because people want to play with you.
Right.
You're a talented musician.
Thank you.
You were in Old Brooklyn for a very short amount of time, and I'm sorry to bring it up again, but I was actually ridiculously impressed. And
Thank you.
I loved what you brought to that band. I really did. And it was a whole new energy to that band, and I'm sorry that it's gone.
Oh, so am I. I had a blast. I mean, those shows were so fun. I just, when other
sometimes you just got to part ways, but I thoroughly enjoyed what you did when you were with them.
I did too.
And because that's probably the last time that I saw you live, and I've seen you in a couple of different scenarios live. I've seen you with Reagan Leaf. Mm-hmm. I've seen you solo a number of times. I've seen you with Old Brooklyn, and you have a different dynamic every single time in every single scenario.
You got to be a chameleon.
You do have to be a chameleon, but you adapt so well. It's so different than everybody else that I've ever seen. You just adapt to everything, and you just bring a whole new level of like a whole new dynamic to everything.
Well, thank you. I mean, honestly, that really means a lot because it's like, I mean, as musicians go, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people people are hard on themselves. Musicians in general, very hard on themselves. I'm very hard on myself.
Any artist is going to be hard on themselves.
Exactly. Any artist. Don't limit to just musicians. Artists are hard on themselves, and they don't think they ever do enough. I'm like that all the time, but when I hear things like that, I extremely appreciate it because it's like, okay, maybe I am doing something right.
Well, I absolutely think you're doing something right.
No pun intended. Steve Wright. I suck.
You're a damn good wedding officiant.
These onion rings are incredible.
Arts Pub.
Yes. So, upcoming things that I am extremely excited about. I'm recording in May with Jim Wirt once again. 7 songs, full-length LP. Midsummer, I'll probably release a single with an accompanying music video. For the music video, I have a great idea for it. I'll probably get, like I mentioned earlier in the show, Jim Stickle, Part of Youngstown Playlist to film it for me, and then that'll probably be released maybe July or August.
And you'll be able to see it right on the CLE Show Facebook page at
It will be there.
Facebook.com/the CLE
Once
Show.
it's done, wait a couple months. But
along with SteveWrightCleveland.com.
that's the thing. And then the album release show will be October 6th at the Beachland Tavern, tentatively. I mean, if things change, obviously I'll be updating everybody. But I'm going to have a backup band with me. I'm going to have guest vocalists. I'm going to have a guest cello player, who I already mentioned both of them before.
We might just come out to that then.
I hope so, because like I said before,
let's do a little
I want to sell it out.
Let's do a little broadcast from there. How about that?
That'd be great.
Let's do it.
I had the CLE Show live.
Yeah, so
from
let's
the Steve Wright
do
release
it.
show October 6th.
Let's do it.
It's a Saturday, so even if you work Saturdays like I do, you're gonna have a great night.
Bro, we will get you in. I promise. We're gonna have a contest and we're gonna give away free tickets for it.
So that's what's on my plate right now for the summer. I mean, on top of Reagan Leaf and Balak Alistane stuff. So I mean, it's gonna be a busy summer. Gonna be playing a lot of open mics.
You are
Gonna be
such
playing a lot
a busy
of shows.
man. Such a busy man.
I know. I gotta be.
You gotta be. You have to be busy to be successful.
And that's what I have planned right now. I got the whole album demoed on GarageBand for Jim to listen to and see what he thinks. But they seem to be excited about it too. So I mean, it's a little different for me. A little poppier. Songs are shorter. They'll probably keep your attention longer. And it's a whole kind of different vibe. It's a little more positive, and I'm really, really excited to create this for you and give it to people.
What is the last piece of music you would like people to hear from you?
Well, being that I have 3 that are recorded professionally and actually would like them to hear, it will be the song Forever Again, which is the first track on my EP that I released last year.
Which is the newest track.
Which is the newest track. I wrote it right before I recorded.
So we actually went in chronological order.
Backwards, yeah, we did. We did.
Yes.
We came from the oldest to the newest. And
all right.
Again, you can find me on SteveWrightCleveland.com.
SteveWrightCleveland.com.
My album EP is on Google Play, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, Bandcamp, and you can even find me on Facebook and Instagram at Steve Wright Cleveland, and Twitter. For whatever reason, I made a Twitter.
Yeah, who needs Twitter? God.
I don't really know. I don't know, but it's at Steve Wright Cleve, not
Steve
Cleveland.
Wright CLE.
So that's where I'm at on all the socials. So
all right. Well, we're gonna listen to
Forever Again.
Forever Again.
Off my indefinite EP.
You're listening to the CLE Show right here on Rain Radio. We'll be right back. Hang on.
When I feel I'm wasted, all the days to come. When I'm sitting in one place all day
We are back, and you just heard Forever Again by Steve Wright on his Indefinite EP.
That's him.
Reagan Leaf will be playing March 4th, Sunday at the Grog Shop with Kimberly Happy, Mimi Arden, and I think Fresh Produce.
How much is that show? Do you
Probably like $8 or something. I think. I don't know.
Under 21? You're looking at $13 at the door, bros.
Probably. Honestly, probably. So that's Sunday, March 4th. Next Steve Wright solo show, March 16th at the Whiskey Bar, which is next to the Grog Shop. I'll be playing for 2 hours. I'm kind of the evening entertainment while you guys drink all your whiskey.
There you go.
You go downstairs, and it's a little cozy atmosphere. I love it there. So those are the next shows that I would like to see you guys at. Oh, and even March 1st, I will be playing with Shelby as our cocktail hour duet.
Yes.
At the Speakeasy at Quintana's. I think it's at Quintana's Barbershop and Spa. So
fancy.
Check this shit out, though. You go up a little flight of stairs.
Yeah.
You hit a button on a bookshelf.
Oh yeah. The Speakeasy, like the Four Guys Speakeasy.
That's
right?
where we're playing.
Yeah, dude.
March 1st. It's a Thursday. You'll hear cocktail hour. Play some fancy ass shit.
You better hit up Steve for this because you're not going to be able to fit in this place.
It's small.
If you're like person number 6, you're not going to fit.
Yeah, you're going to feel it. But anyway, so that's March 1st. March 1st, cocktail hour. March 4th, Reagan Leaf. March 16th, Steve Wright.
SteveWrightCleveland.com.
Yes, and Steve Wright Cleveland on Instagram and Facebook. Steve Wright Cle on Twitter.
What pisses you off, Steve?
I don't know, like, I think I tweeted today about, like, hey, I don't really care how many genres your band covers, just shut up and play.
Do you like Viking metal?
I love Viking metal.
Yes!
But anyway, yeah, you can follow me on Twitter if you want. I only have like 20-some followers, so it's whatever. And then, reminder that I'll be recording in May, single release sometime in July or August with a music video, and then album release in October 6th. It's going to be big. It's going to be great.
We're going to go.
Sell out the tavern.
We're going to go.
Again, I'll say SteveWrightCleveland.com because everything is on there. I even have blog posts. Not that many, but when I get the little urge to write something, I'll write it.
There you go. And you can read the blog post about...
Every gig counts.
Every gig counts. You can read the blog post about the Mike Sandy Steve Wright show at...
It's on there.
At the Garage Bar.
Actually, I think I even wrote a blog about marrying you guys.
There you go. Yeah, you did. Actually, he did. So, yeah, check that out.
Mike Sandy has 2 appearances on my website. So that's all I got. I don't know.
But check it out on Facebook.com/The CLE Show. After the show, we're going to give you some Steve Wright, some links to download his stuff.
I hope I didn't ramble too much. I tend to jump around.
No. You are good. He is a great friend. We would love to have you back anytime, and we will be out at your CD release show coming up.
For sure. Well, not really. October.
Well, it's coming up.
It's coming up.
It's coming up.
Honestly, it's going to be October before we know it. So.
Hey, before we go, tell me, how do you write songs? Do you sit at a desk?
Honestly, where did you get this desk idea?
Because you've told me that.
Is that how I said it? Is that how I worded it?
Yes. I sit down at a desk and I write music.
That's honestly true. What will happen? Lyrics are absolutely last on my list if I have anything to say at all. Because I like singing. I just don't like writing lyrics. Take that how you will. But I'll come up with like a little beat or something on GarageBand. I'll lay down some chords, and then I'll just layer until I think it sounds good. And my last couple songs, I actually came up with when I go to open mics. Half the time I improvise. I have a loop pedal. I loop some shit, whatever comes to my mind at that moment, and then I'll play over it. I've written 2 full-length songs from doing that.
So basically just sitting there at your desk listening to what you've just played.
Randomly the night before while I was probably a little buzzed.
This is Steve Wright. You can find him at SteveWrightCleveland.com.
Thanks again for having me.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Of course.
You're listening to the CLE Show. We'll be right back. Hang on.
Rank clothing, always looking fly, always got an out. alibi. Always high, and I'm always shooting for that motherfucking sky. Always drunk, black jeans, rain clothing. Rolling around, Goodyear Heights, Cutlass Supreme.
Hey, it's Mike. As a part of Facebook's new birthday fundraising campaign, I'm raising funds to donate to Race to Erase MS to celebrate my 30th. Race to Erase MS is dedicated to the treatment and ultimate cure of multiple sclerosis. Funding research is the core focus of the foundation, and all funds raised support the Center Without Walls program, a network of the nation's top MS research centers. I'll have my fundraiser open through the entire month of February, so make sure to stop by the CLE Show page, hit the pinned link at the top of the page, and donate to a great cause. To find out more about Race to Erase MS, visit erasems.org. Steve Wright's songs are so long, but they're so epic. I still have a ton of music for you. Coming up, I have I Fight Fail, Keys and Corridors. Right now, I have Seconds to Live with Masquerade. You're listening to the CLE Show right here on Rain Radio.
Pull the blinds down and sit next to me. Eye to eye, face to face, hearts on sleeves. We can dim the lights to set the stage. Stop keeping up these masquerades. Distract me, will set me free tonight.
felt cool, cause I was older. We broke all the rules and I let you cry onto my shoulder. Nothing to lose, so we got high out in the driveway. Outside my parents' house, I can still hear them now. The world is sleeping, it's the witching hour. The world is sleeping right now, and our hearts are beating loud. It comes in waves, but we confuse the nights for days, and we can't wait to start planning our escape. Bring us back from the dead. We're all lost in our heads. Bring us back from the dead. We are silhouettes, we are silhouettes. We are silhouettes, we are silhouettes. We are silhouettes, we are silhouettes. We were kids ready to run, our hearts in ruins. Talked all about love, life, and death like we were fluent. Everything to prove, so we got high out in the driveway. Outside your parents' house, I can still hear them now. The world is sleeping, it's the witching hour. The world is sleeping right now, and our hearts are beating loud. It comes in waves, but we confuse the nights for days, and we can't wait to start planning our escape. Bring us back from the dead. We're all lost in our heads. Bring us back from the dead. We are silhouettes, we are silhouettes.
I hope you read the words I wrote and can never let them go. I hope you sewed them inside the sleeves of your coat and can never let me go. Now I won't be run by fear. Don't leave me hanging here. Grab my arm and tell me I'm not imagining. Make everything become clear. Instead a moment of clarity. And in a moment of clarity, you'll see us the way we were meant to be. We opened the box that we stole from Pandora's own hands.
You are now listening to Rain Radio.
I promised some bright winter artists. I have to deliver. I got a whole block of them coming up. I got Smokescreen, Seafair, Bummed Out. But right now, I have Key to the Mint. You're listening to the CLE Show.
Stars are born.
Looking to find a better source for your morning pickup? And Beetle Coffee offers you a solid source for the Java in your cup. The individual care from the single origin source and roasting delivers the freshness to you. To find all the awesome coffee choices made just for you, visit www.ambitocoffeeroasters.com. While there, enter promo code CLE Show for a listener exclusive 10% off to try this awesome Cleveland-based coffee company.
Hey you, don't mean to hold ya up, but your pretty smile's been here a while and I can't get enough. Whoa dear, I need time to think, 'cause this dizzy spell I'm under, well, it's not the drinks. Your jukebox soul's got me dancing right out of control. Your jukebox soul's got me dancing right out of control. Oh, 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 pretty please, stay next to me. I watch your body so damn close that we make heat. Oh my God, is that her you like? Well, I've got the cure, I'm just like her with twice the bite. Your jukebox soul's got me dancing right out of control. Your jukebox soul's got me dancing right out of control. Oh, oh,
Looking to find a better source for your morning pickup? And Beetle Coffee offers you a solid source for the Java in your cup. The individual care from the single origin source and roasting delivers the freshness to you. To find all the awesome coffee choices made just for you, visit www.ambitocoffeeroasters.com. While there, enter promo code CLE Show for a listener exclusive 10% off to try this awesome Cleveland-based coffee company.
Rank clothing, always looking fly, always got an alibi, always high, and I'm always shooting for that motherfucking sky. Always drunk, black jeans, rank clothing, rolling around, Goodyear Heights, Cutlass Supreme.
Hey, it's Mike. As a part of Facebook's new birthday fundraising campaign, I'm raising funds to donate to Race to Erase MS to celebrate my 30th. Race to Erase MS is dedicated to the treatment and ultimate cure of multiple sclerosis. Funding research is the core focus of the foundation, and all funds raised support the Center Without Walls program, a network of the nation's top MS research centers. I'll have my fundraiser open through the entire month of February, so make sure to stop by the CLE Show page, hit the pinned link at the top of the page, and donate to a great cause. To find out more about Race to Erase MS, visit erasems.org.
listening to Rain Radio.
Yo, what up? It's Smoke the God.
And this is Chemist.
And we are Smoke Screen.
You are listening to
the CLE Show.
Well, my name is cement when I entered the game, and I came in with less than a cent. Had to make all these shapes out of paper mache, then I say what I made for the rent. I remained in my best when I just hop a train with no stress for the states to the next. Had to wait through the rain when it came through the drain, but I stayed out of waves getting wet. Water drops fast, and at the end of the class, repetitive trash days don't find the black bags. Try cold cats and dash to drop fast. When they see the gold flash, they ask for the whole stash. Seen a lot of bad. Witness the witnesses, witness the quick with the quickness in. Seen a lot come back. One thing for instance is nothing consistent. Consistency is. See the flavor that's lit from a place at a distance, away out of space on the shit. Wanna pay for the disc, but I'm making a wish for the gate, cause you're taking a trip. When the race will exist, would you skip on the tip? Then I just did escape from it quick like this. Many days in the pits, when you just need a lift and a race to the grace to persist. Raindrops quicker when the flame gets fanned. Paint gets canned and sold to the man, with the image in his head transferred to the hand. See the vision and exhibit creativity on the canvas. And I see the cleaving my transit. Boss down to Austin and call Los Angeles. Fire ignite with no stove, and eternally glow as it glow, and we light up the glow.
Eternal flame, keep on burning. Eternal flame, keep on burning. Eternal flame, keep on burning. We keep on burning this eternal flame.
Yeah, feel like we came back from the dead. Still smoke, still feel like a smack to the chest. Still mash up a show, spectacular set. How you gonna draw blood from Dracula's neck? Kicking up dust, my trainers be muddy. I just wanna stay on point like P-Money. Gorilla glue got my eyes a bit bloody. MDG could be a big gully. Hot like eternal flame drops of that purple rain. Popping cause I'm glammed up, and that's how I shall remain. Never bend, I never sway. Burn forever and a day. I can show you how to do it, but you gonna have to pay. I know, feel like only some of y'all woke. Now a lot of y'all hear me, but a lot of y'all won't. I'm a real icon, I'm a real life guy. That's word to the squad, H-I-I-Y. Can't put it out, so why try? Been here, many moves, no fly by night. Keep burning this flame that shines so bright. It's MDG. Oh my, oh my. Smoke screen with another one, and we still number one. We gon' do it to death until there's nothing left, and we make our return to the fucking sun. This flame is eternal. This flame is eternal. You never gon' stop it. You touch it or burn it.
Eternal flame, keep on burning. Eternal flame, keep on burning. Eternal flame, keep on burning. We keep on burning this eternal flame.
First day out west, I was homesick. Last sauce, but never for myself. Too close to the moment, hoping to open, slow into glowing. Dark places where we don't know what's the low end. I was never meant for earth. The truth hurts when you work just to quench your thirst. And I blurred through burns and made wrong turns down roads so cold, thought it'd never get worse. Maybe we're smaller than we realized. Maybe just a pupil in a giant's eye. Would you be surprised if you lived your life bow down, busy playing up to satellites? Medicate till you drift away from the pain that you feel as you lie awake in this bed where your head turns to recreate the meaningful love and the reasons for hate. If you think there's something out there, sorry, I believe in you. I believe in you. Last time I checked, I was human, cause it's been been a few weeks since I blacked out staring at the moon and woke up lost in the woods in the nude, surrounded by bodies that feed and shoot. Do you ever get the feeling that you've never been alone? That your life is just a live recording like a true show, where the time moves slow when you watch something grow, but it's really moving faster than you ever gonna know. Skin wrapped skeletons here for the hell of it, packing up the planet in a box trying to sell it quick. Heaven is irrelevant from most to try to get happy, just basking in this topical intelligence. I point my eyes to the sky, days dripping wet from the light. Time's never been on my side. Throw your hands in the night, wait to be identified. I got a touch possible warning. I believe in you. Oh, I believe in you.
From the Whiskey Hollow, you're listening to the CLE Show.
Red moon rising over Pennsylvania skies. You have quenched a drought in me now. You turned my water into wine. Oh, Jay would say that we could be on the verge of something terrifying, so take me down, 'cause I don't wanna wake up. Mercury makes good company as the city skyline shines. We said hello to Ontario, made a move, watched the water fall behind. Oh, you say, would you say that we could be on the verge of something terrifying, so take me down. Oh, please take me down. Oh, won't you take me down? 'Cause I don't wanna wake wristwatch wishing you well. Wristwatch wishing you well. Trying to give up his head, though you don't believe in it. Wristwatch wishing I felt better now. Wristwatch wishing my pillow smelled better now.
You are now listening to Rain Radio.
You know how many times Eddie Money's played there? I swear every time I drive by in like March or sometimes October or pretty much any time, they're like, Eddie Money at Tangiers. He's got 2 tickets to Paradise, but he keeps coming back to Akron, Ohio.
Hey, this is Ryan from Apache, and you're listening to the CLE Show.
Hey, this is Matt from Ledges, and you are listening to the CLE Show.
Bringing in the heavy guns. These guys have a show at Music Links out in Menor on the Lake, March 31st. You can get tickets now. Look for the event on their Facebook page. You're listening to Conniption Fit right here on the CLE Show.
stay true to me. It's time for shots and beers, steel mills and refineries, our father's broken dreams, promises and fears. I've been around the world, but Cleveland's always home to me, and when I need a friend, I always find them here. Yes, sold on the shores of Erie, full of game and music history. Proud to be a part of this place, full of beauty and its grace. I call it home and here I'll stay. I'm not sure people can go away. Other instruments for which they're led, but I'm Cleveland born and bred. It's a time for shots and beers, steel mills and refineries, our father's broken dreams, promises and fears. I've been around the world, but Cleveland's always home to me, and when I need a friend, you always find them here. Even when you're down and out and the cloudy skies consume your doubt, rain and cold can break a day, but there are strong arms along the way. People can and have a seat, you're better off here than across the street. Kick off your shoes and put up your feet and listen to the band. It's a time for shots and beers, steel mills and refineries, our father's broken dreams, promises and fears. I've been around the world, but Cleveland's always home to me, and when I need a friend, I always find them here.
Wrap up this week's show. Next Sunday, I am joined by UK native Guy Snowden. He's a rock musician from Cleveland. I have a new contest to announce next week, so be here so you don't miss out. Thank you so much to Steve Wright for coming out to Arts Pub in Fairview and sitting down with me for well over an hour to let us know about what he's got going on. Thanks to Feathers and Bypass Circuit for music beds. Thanks to the artists that put up with my incessant emails just to make this happen. I'm going to end the show with some Sorry Mom. So I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next week. You're listening to the CLE Show.
Broken